Welcome back, class. Today's class is all about an introduction to skimming. So last class we talked about our reading purpose. So in other words, why we are reading whatever we're reading, what we are trying to find, and what are we using it for. In other words, what is the goal of the reading? Why are we reading this? What goal are we trying to accomplish here? And we used an example last class of an article. So different reasons you could be reading an article. It could be for fun, it could be for work, it could be for a school assignment or a project, it could be for many different things. But it's very important to note what our reading purpose is, what goal we are trying to accomplish as we read. So today we're going to take that a step further and talk about, do we even need to read the passage in the first place? In other words, does the reading really help me accomplish my goal? So one way that we help to do that is this idea of skimming. So skimming is quickly passing your eyes over the text and only focusing on the key words, and that's the most important part here. So we ignore many of the function words such as the, of, or and, or all the words that aren't going to give me a lot of information about the overall idea of the passage. So, and that's the reason why we skim. We skim to get an overall idea of the passage. Once we get this general understanding of what the passage is about, we can then choose whether or not the reading is even necessary. So this not only saves us a lot of time, but it also helps us choose specific articles towards our purpose, making it much more efficient. So here's an example I have of a paragraph titled College Life. So the words that you see are only the key words, and I went ahead and blocked out all the other words in here. So just by quickly passing over the paragraph, you can get a very general idea of what this paragraph is about. So immediately when I look at this paragraph, I see keywords such as students, freedom, and college. And I see a lot of words that kind of relate to college, such as dormitory, apartment, parents, school, even home, music, hairstyles, or even interference. So just by quickly looking over, I can get a general idea that this paragraph is probably about students when they go off to college and the freedom that they experience once they're there. And it gives many examples of this. So what I want to do now is do a practice of this. So on the next slide, there's another paragraph, but this time no words are blacked out. So your job is to skim over the paragraph as quickly as you can, getting in as many key words as you possibly can to get an overall understanding of what the paragraph is about. And remember, we're skimming to try to decide whether or not this reading is going to help me accomplish my goal. So I'm going to go ahead and give you your reading purpose. You can decide whether or not it's going to help us accomplish this purpose. So your purpose is you're gathering information about Charles Darwin and his evolutionary theory. Perhaps you're writing a research paper and you're trying to gather more information about this topic. So I'm going to go ahead and flip to the next one. So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to skim through this paragraph. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop you, and it's okay if you're not done. But now I want you to think about what keywords did you find? So I went ahead and bolded a lot of the keywords that I immediately saw when I skimmed through this paragraph. So some words that immediately caught my attention were words like hoax, untruth, truth, fraud, foisted, public. I see a lot of things about humans and human remains. I see something about evolution. I see Charles Dawson, which isn't quite Charles Darwin. A lot of things about bones, jaws, and orangutans. So overall, I get the sense that this is about evolution, but I don't see any information about Charles Darwin or his specific evolutionary theories. Overall, it has the same topic, but maybe not necessarily what I'm looking for. So the question is, does this reading help me accomplish my goal? If the general idea of this passage was about a famous scientific hoax about the Piltdown man, which may be about evolution overall, does it really help me with my reading purpose? That's the main question that you need to be answering when you skim a reading passage. So I came to the conclusion that no, it does not help my reading purpose. Therefore, this is something that I do not need to read in order to gain more information about the specific topic. So now I've saved time.